Considering that the free exchange of ideas and knowledge, and in general, the widest possible dissemination of diverse forms of self-expression used by civilizations are vitally important both for intellectual progress and international understanding, and consequently for the maintenance of world peace. We, the undersigned, have therefore agreed to the following provisions.
Okay.
And that is the most important thing. Books are a medium of information.
Do policies like this speak of our culture with regards to knowledge, information, books generally?
I don't think so. I think policies like this speak to the fact that somebody just made a mistake.
Oh, you don't want to...
It's not the cultural thing.
You want to believe it's a mistake.
It's not the culture, it's a mistake, yeah.
Okay, it's a mistake.
And I hope that they don't need to double down on it and insist they did it on purpose. I hope that they can have the grace to recognize what it is and just end it. Because it's not a 1%, 5%, it's 50.
You're talking about 20% import duty.
Plus the punishment levy.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this now. You guys, you are representatives of that sector, the book publishing sector, and so on. Is there anything you're going to do? Is there any organized, for want of another expression, protest? Are you going to lobby with the government and so on? Because one of the things I've observed about Nigeria is that some of these policies come up and people just complain and grumble and they cry, but people don't come together to talk to the government to say, look, this is what we want.
We are a business in an industry that is mainly discretionary. It is not by force to read a book. So we're in a business where somebody has to make a choice to invest his time almost as much time as you made in writing that book to get the information out of it. So what we will do is what our association has already done, and I think the Booksellers Association has already started it too. The NPA, the Nigerian Publishers Association, has reached out to the minister. And parallel to that, we'll wait. If the policy doesn't work, we'll find out that we cannot pass on our costs to the consumers and sales drop. And then the inevitable happens. The businesses close. That's the tragedy of it. That's what happened in the 80s, and we hope it doesn't. And for new publishers, Cassava Republic, Farafina, and a few other ones, Paresha, and the young people, and also the new big publishers coming back into the country, I think we all agree that the publishing industry, the printing industry, the paper industry,
all interlocked but different,
really need to be revived in Nigeria. Really need to be revived. So maybe, there are ways you can help to get these things across the government, to let them understand the differences, between some of these industries, and what they can do to actually help the industry. Thank you, guys. Also on the channel's book.
Thank you so much, Kunle.
We don't have enough time.
Yes.
There's so much to talk about. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robert. The murder of Dele Giwa, one of Nigeria's most talented and celebrated journalists in history, has remained an unsolved mystery. More than 25 years after Nigeria's first ever parcel bomb ended Giwa's life, the case has refused to be laid to rest. Major Debob Basharon, retired, has written a book titled Honor for Sale, which is an insider account of this intriguing murder case. The retired major was at Pataba Books on Saturday, 22nd of March 2014, to read from his book. We were there to experience it. Please join us after this break.
22 airports around the country, an industry that generates billions of naira, connecting millions for business and leisure, will put you through the paces and give you an insider's view on the aviation industry. Watch Aviation This Week, only on Channels Television. Aviation This Week, keeping an eye on the aviation industry.
The name Dele Giwa cannot be wiped out from the history of Nigeria. A prominent journalist with Newswatch magazine, Dele Giwa was murdered in his prime through a letter bomb in October 1986, with accusing fingers pointing at the then government.
This issue about
A book, Honor for Sale, has finally come out to clear the air on what may have really happened. Major Debo Bashirun, who was a part of the military junta at the time, is telling a story Nigerians should be keen to read about, and at this book reading at the Pataba bookstore in Surulere, Lagos.
The lesson they will learn here is that it's Dele Giwa yesterday, later it was Ganifa Emi, it was Harry, it was so many other top Nigerians. So what chances have the common man got? For some of us who have taken it as a crusade, we're not going to back down. We're going to shout at the rooftops to make sure that the whole world hears. And you can remember that it's not peculiar to this country only. In other climes, you've got people who have been heads of government who are brought to trial 40, 50 years later down the line. And Nigeria is not an exception. It could happen here. That's the lesson I want everybody to learn.
The major also speaks on his experience in the army.
Being puzzled could have been an understatement, as I did not know what to make of the situation. Neither did I want to show any sign of fidgeting in the presence of bloody civilians. You know, I was an army officer, and then if I start, panicking, then the civilian will look at me and say, "We can't be this one." So I did it. I tried to hide it, although I was very troubled. I knew what was being given to me. I was not entitled to it, and it's a sign that something is about to happen.
The name Dele Giwa cannot be wiped out from the history of Nigeria.
Don't forget you can join us on any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. My name is Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.